Jeff in Denver, Colorado. Hey, Jeff.
Well, first of all, thank you. What you just read about Michael, I think, is one of the best perspectives I've ever heard on this. And there's a marvelous video on YouTube called Experiential Meditation.
Mm-hmm.
And it's from a student of Nisargadatta Baba. And all it is just a few minutes, just ask you a few questions. And it's perhaps the most amazing thing I've seen that can put one in Michael's perspective very quickly.
Wow. You know, Michael, in our one of our
meditation.
Yeah, in one of our very first conversations after he got out of the nursing home and had this experience, he told me that we were swapping books. He didn't have the money to buy books, and so I would go on Amazon and buy books and ship them to him and stuff. And because he was living on Social Security, I mean, he was broke. And then we would discuss them, and we were talking about Ramakrishna, I think it was. Was it Ramakrishna? I'd have to
perhaps.
Yeah, whoever it was. He achieved enlightenment by asking the question, "Who am I?" repeatedly.
Oh, that's Ramana Maharshi.
Ramana Maharshi, thank you. And Michael was like, he read this book by or about Ramana Maharshi, and he said, this is the guy. This guy has it. This guy has touched it. And I would send in these books by people who claimed to be enlightened, and there's several of them who are alive right now who are kind of making a living as gurus. And he would read their stuff and he'd go, okay, this one knows what he's talking about, probably enough that he's there, that he's hanging out where I am or have been. And this one is obviously just read it in a book and he's making it up. Go ahead.
And the beauty of going back to Ramana Maharshi, the beauty of his entire teaching was, who am I? That was it.
Yes.
And I used to think the great day would be when I didn't care what Jeff thought.
Yes.
I realized, especially after listening to this experiential meditation thing, it would be a greater days when I didn't know what Jeff thought, and even greater when there's no Jeff to know about.
Yeah. And that's not a nihilistic perspective.
It isn't at all. There's just this beautiful thing, and when people talk about the I am, it even goes beyond that to just M. I don't even think the I part even fits in there after a while.
Yeah, yeah. What was the name of that YouTube, Jeff?
Experiential meditation.
Okay, I need to write that down.
And all it does is ask a few simple questions. It's just a student of Nisargadatta Baba, and all you do is sit quietly, listen. And many people it means nothing, but others it's just like, wow, it changes lives instantly.
Yeah. How did you first get engaged? We've talked politics many times over the years. How did you first get engaged with consciousness?
Well, for one, it was always there. It was kind of like it was always there with me. I always felt there's a taste of something on my life. Mm-hmm. But then my brother, who is 14 years older, was always going through life ahead of me, and he started presenting books, especially Gurdjieff and so forth, to me. Mm. And he is an esoteric Christian minister, and also has a Gurdjieff school.
Wow!
And through that, yeah. And so I've always had someone leading the way, and I've actually been through boot camp, I would say.
Yeah.
With this,
I've tried.
Of people like.
Go ahead.
A variety of people like Bernadette Roberts and Father Thomas Keating have also had great influence. So it's been Buddhism, Hinduism, Harakant Baba, and Christianity, all the above.
Yeah.
But I spent many years in the Gurdjieff Foundation.
Yeah. My first exposure to Gurdjieff was Ouspensky, In Search of the Miraculous, and which I found much more readable than Gurdjieff, and I love the practice. But Jeff, you hear the music, We're hitting a break. Thank you for calling, and thank you for sharing that with me.
Welcome. Take care.
Great to hear from you. Yeah, thank you.